Today we're going to talk about shoulder issues linked to lack of internal range of motion or external range of motion. Now, for a lot of you out there, you're telling me you're lacking internal range of motion, and I'll tell you why today. There's 3 shoulder blade types, 1, 2, and 3, and depending on the type, you will all have a loss of internal range of motion. For type 3s, which is basically downward rotation of the scapulas, we're talking about oftentimes adhesive capsulitis, which is basically a side effect to overuse of scapulothoracic stabilizers. For type 2s, it's a straight up adhesive capsulitis, which means you are most likely going to have to mobilize the joint, do the sleeper stretch, and then you can strengthen the internal rotation, which is most likely going to look like an AC joint impingement. But for type 1 shoulder blade postures, which is most of you out there, a lot of you bodybuilders out there are all type 1 shoulder blade postures due to one thing. We train, we like to do deadlifts, we like to do squats, and when you do your squat, you're putting the bar behind your neck, and basically the bar goes on the membrane here of the scapula, and it crosses one of the vertebrae, and if you actually have a lot of scar tissue, just like me, you can see I've got a lot of scar tissue right here. Basically, you might have a little bit of compression in the disc. You can have degeneration, herniated disc. There's a lot of things that can happen behind there, and there's side effects, which is one of them, is a loss of internal range of motion. So a lot of people come into my office and they say, Pat, I lost my internal range of motion and I need to regain it. I lost my mobility. And guys, if you have a lot of inflammation behind your neck due to any kind of compression in the neck, also due to too much cranial extension, because when you squat, you try to look up, right? So you're creating pressure down that spine right there. You're like this, okay? So oftentimes, guys, a lot of people don't know this, but if there's a lot of compressions on those discs right there, there's going to be different symptoms. You might lose a sensation on your skin, a dermatome sensation, a lack of right here. You might feel that your third finger is impinged. So depending on where the compression in your neck is, you're going to feel different sensation. A lot of people come in.